welcome, welcome. WhymsicalWyvern here. A lovely Monday morning, evening, nighttime, sun's out. Evening will go evening. Sounds good to me. I stream weeknights on Twitch and I move my VODs to YouTube, which I'm mostly caught up on. I'm less than a week behind. I am playing Whiskerwood tonight. I'm not playing Whiskerwood right now because apparently it needs to do an update that I was unaware of. But everybody's waiting for me, so well, not everybody, obviously, but I am trying. Looks like things are starting to happen. Saribot is here. If I could name myself after any Egyptian god, I'd be set. Okay, I love that one. I am sending that one right now. Alright, let's see what happens. We don't seem to be coming on over here, but yet my mouse is cut over here. Awesome. Let's see if we can't get this result. Why do you no longer recognize the game? Come on. Aha. There we go. Alright. I am not moving. Why is my rig doing that? Alright, hold on 1 second. That is weird. Alright, let's get moving here. Root beer is in bad shape. Am I in winter again? Wait, what? Uh-oh. Did I lose? What? No. I think I might have had a bad save. Crap. I was in spring or summer. I thought. I was not in winter. What the heck? I don't have... What? None of my fires, my fire tender, nothing I... Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's hope. Yeah, that was, okay, fun. Deep breath. Deep breath. I'm gonna eat something while these guys just do whatever they're gonna do, I guess. Oh, my food is still so hot. I only finished it less than 5 minutes before starting the stream. I actually set up the whole stream while I was finishing dinner. Interesting. All right, let's zoom in. I didn't get rid of trinkets. Yeah, some things That's still like that. Well, this will be interesting to figure out what saved and what didn't. I mean, that's always an interesting thing. Alright, so we are letting these be built now. You know what? This will do, because I kept having issues with the plague. And nobody has the plague. So hopefully nobody died. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I was going to do some Nautica tonight. Oh well. I feel like I put a little too much wine in here. I'm not super fond of wine, but it really makes the spaghetti sauce nice. I might have put way too much hot sauce in too. But it tastes good to me. Maybe they shouldn't be friends. Maybe that's the real problem. Let's see if I dig from the side. Let's see how this... Yeah. Yep. I put my normal puddle of hot sauce at the top, but apparently I didn't mix it in. That's good though. Everywhere else it's really nice. Hot sauce and all, I just left that a little too puddled with... Wasn't friends with the wine flavor exactly. It wasn't not friends. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna need to, as soon as I can get another whisker going on. Yeah, I think I have no research happening right now. Who's lost? You look lost. Why do they defer? Oh my gosh. Alright, we should have more fuel any second. Yeah, that'll help a lot actually. One coal, 5 piped water gives me 21 fuel. Alright, so I'm about to have a whole bunch of fuel again. If I had more mice in there, I could do even better, but I can't. Oh. Yep, winter wasn't over yet. I just thought it was about over. Okay. It took me a minute. When is anybody out there? Alright, you should all have food. Fuel 9. Hopefully first thing in the morning all the fuel gets filled up. I want to switch to those other stoves before the next winter. That's not what I wanted to be researching right now, but I think I'm going to have to. Because that way they can get filled up all summer. All right. What if I just randomly built a conveyor? Would it make the stupid thing happy? Because I don't want to deal with that aspect of the game. Whiskers, I got you through a plague deal. You should be happy. Minus 10 degrees. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Alright, come on. Go put more fuel around. I don't like that middle. Is it just not filled, or do we simply not have a sufficient? I feel like this would be a good place to put. Let's just put it here. I'll regret it in a minute. I just want to see what that does fire-wise. I think that'll solve my issue up there. Yeah, I can pretty much see it well. If I do one down there and one down here. Right, house. was good too. But I'm about to earn the ability to use that cotton into fabric, so I don't really want to keep getting rid of it. Hey Wyvern, how's Whiskerwood going? Hi Gore, how are you? It's going all right. I figured I'd start the week with it, and then I'm gonna not play it again this week. I was gonna do Subnautica, but this game kind of plays itself, and I was literally finishing dinner while I set up the stream for everybody. Same old over here, huh? So, Gore, when you gonna become Mirakonski? Are you gonna make Canada great again? Oh my goodness. I'm just teasing. My friend agreed the dress is better with the wings. I showed her. I like the other outfit with the turquoise and the coral. I'll still wear it. But this week I'm going to try the games with this setup to see how it looks. Nah, kind of first it sounds too foreign if you catch my drift. Oh my dear. Ah. It's so beautiful. Everybody I've ever talked to talks about how beautiful it is out there. Do you make yourself steak and potatoes? No. Today I went with, you're gonna love this, gluten-free pasta. And sauce and cheap garlic bread. Alright, I can already tell that's where I'm gonna want it, but I'm not even gonna worry anymore. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, let's bulldoze this. Yeah. Alright. Ernie, how can one make gluten-free pasta? Is that without cheese or something? That sounds fancy. What do you mean without cheese? Of course my pasta has some lovely ricotta. No, it's, the Tinkyata brand makes a decent pasta. It's not a homemade pasta, but it's a rice pasta, and it's decent. It was one of those, I have less than 20 minutes to pull together a whole meal kind of nights, so it came out of the pantry. But it's yummy, and like I used a little wine and butter to make the sauce better, and are there times where I make it all from scratch? Yes. Was tonight more from scratch than a restaurant? Yes. But not much better. But it's yummy. And then I throw hot sauce in mine, because I might like it more Diablo than the kids. But it gets a really nice texture that way. I've been lazy lately to know what food to make. Well, I did box pasta with jar sauce, so hey, and your grandma makes sauce, so you got stuff. I keep it in the pantry for that once a month time when I just cannot pull everything together and we need food. I'm sorry, you're indecisive. Eggs are always easy and fast. You take a big lob of butter and throw it in the pan and get it all melted nice. Some salt and some pepper. 5 eggs and fry them up and leave them a little on the gooey side. Tip them on your plate. That'll get you going. I say 5 because I figure you're closer in size to my son than me. And it takes 5 for him. Eggs are expensive up here. I need to steal myself some chickens or something. Oh dear. I was trying to give you a nice, cheap, easy food that would be in the fridge. I can't help you then. I'm sorry. Beef is going to be expensive this year. I don't know about in Canada, but here it is. Absolutely going to be expensive. I've already had several cattle farmers warning me. It's enjoy the beef now, even though it seems a little expensive. It's going to get way worse. Apparently there's a legal limit up here for chickens. I mean, maybe if you're in town. People in towns here usually can't have more than 4 to 6, and they're not allowed to have a rooster. But as long as you're not in a city limit, sky's the limit. And it's Florida. People, let's just say there's a place in town that everybody knows where like 20, 30 chickens get loose every so often, and they just go through the neighborhood and everybody knows where they belong. Fascism. I see. Alright. Tax collector arrives tomorrow. Why are my taxes going up? I haven't got more stuff. I can imagine a bunch of chickens clucking in the city. Oh, it wants me to build stone paths? I accept. I'll do that in a minute. I'll build them some stone paths. That's easy. You gotta understand they can live wild here, so... Was there an update? They seem to be building more outwards now. There apparently was an update. I haven't looked at what it actually is. But my stream had to start while I was just waiting for it to update. So it did something. But this is how it was. I mean, I'm not like, this is a smaller world. Yeah, I can't get any of you. I need you. Bye. All right, trinkets are good because they're so good for the taxes. All right, let's see. Ah. How many paths? 21? That'll do it. Seems like they're filming an actual village. I don't know. I told it to be sneaky. So these are all in the mountain. I've got their medical triage in the mountain, warehouses in the mountain. There's a little theme going on. I'm gonna have to move these guys soon. Let's just move you. So they can meet this guy. I'm trying to get through there. I try a little different each time. I pretty much killed this world. Mountain Hospital. I was trying to keep them a little more together, but this has been possibly my least successful yet. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, what do I get? Planks and trinkets. Sure. I've killed so many. And then they had the plague all winter this winter. Oh well. I have to actually keep someone in the hospital because every time I take them out, everybody gets sick again. But there's no medicine. Go figure. I don't know. It'll be fine. It's just a Black Death. Pretty much. I would call it an acute case of not bothering to get their butts to a fire or eat. They can walk it off. I mean, honestly, the only way I find chickens to be really productive and useful is they free range here. So they free range all over the place and they eat their own bugs and stuff, and you just give them food for a little extra. I would honestly wonder, I would think, I guess eggs should be more expensive up there because they can't be out in pasture most of the winter. They would have to be sheltered from the snow. Even if they can be in the snow, they need a way to escape it. Just thinking that through, the tarps and stuff, because they'd have trouble navigating it, I would think, the wetness. Snow's wet, right? Can you force feed them so they poop more eggs and faster? If you give them better quality feed and let them have it when they want, they'll know when they need it. What people do is they'll put them in a barn with a light and heat and let it go like they still need darkness for sleep. And basically they make sure they never have reduced light because their laying cycle is based on the amount of light they get in a day. So instead of letting them go outside and find out it's darker earlier or later, and then they supplement with lots of extra food, and then they'll have eggs all through the winter, is my understanding. That is purely theoretical because I have never lived in a place where that's what you do, but that's what my grandma told me that you could do. Her farm never did it. It does stress them, and they do tend to die younger, but that way you have eggs almost all year, and you'll have a higher production during their productive life. If the theory I have learned is correct, but I have not ever had to deal with that. But let's say they can go access between light outdoors and dark indoors, warmth and enclosed, they will be fine, always fed and spent time with. Light outdoors and dark indoors seems to work fine. I mean, that's what I never lit inside their coop. I technically had a light. I never ended up using it. In fact, it broke at some point when they were 4 or 5, and I never even knew. I don't even know when it broke because they just never needed it. Getting the time outside, I think, makes healthier eggs. Getting the ability to free range outside, I think, gives them even yummier eggs. But I knew one old lady that would let the chicken run around in her house because she knew she had a little bit of a bug problem, and she decided she'd rather clean up chicken poop and it would make eggs. And the chicken would lay eggs on her couch. I kid you not. She made it a nest of pillows. I'm like, okay, well, that's unique. She always had eggs. But they know the sun cycle. So if you're cheating the sun cycle, my understanding is it's better if they stay in more, because otherwise they'll see the sun and know that you're lying to them. If that makes sense. I was thinking they could be okay in a worm shed, and I drill a hole with the side and enclose in a chicken wire so no predators can get them. I would hope even in the cold, the shed would be more than warm enough to go between. They can take some pretty serious cold. A lot of people here use a shed. I personally, okay, I was lucky because I had an old warehouse on the property that had been damaged in a hurricane. So it had a super thick walls and super thick foundation. I sectioned off a 450 square foot section of that and made it my chicken coop. The more it's a real building, the less likely that bears will break in to them. So a shed might be good depending on what you call a shed. If it's got like some proper walls and a decent foundation, you're good to go. Down here, because we have a form of weasel, and we have the raccoons, and we have skunks that will dig under, and snakes, a lot of people will take, if they're going to do chicken wire, they take it literally underneath. If they can't do cement, they do it underneath the chickens, but then they also go out like 2 feet from the base. And then it's virtually impossible for them to dig in. I'd worry one of the eggs would accidentally hatch a baby. It would be too cold, poor little thing. I know they don't usually without roosters. They can't without a rooster. Did you not have basic science? Yeah, we have raccoons and skunks here. Was thinking to surround with stones. Like I said, about 2 feet out does a job. A lot of people will go, you can find online like 6 inches deep and 2 feet out. You're handy enough with the things you do with your pond and everything. It wouldn't even be a problem. But research dimensions and you can make it work. But the bears is what I would worry about, because that's where we run into issues. When the bears get really hungry, they will bust through the walls. So the more it looks and smells of a people home, the less likely they're going to bother it. But think about it. They still go in cabins. Heck, we'll have them go in. There was a story in the newspaper from Florida recently where a lady woke up to a bear in her bedroom door. He'd broken the latch on the house. Well, I have room for probably 10 chickens at max comfy capacity, so it's an idea. Yeah. You can look it up and see. I mean, I personally like them to have more space because otherwise they can start fighting. But if you don't have a root, you're not as worried about having chicks. I would worry more about... Snakes probably aren't a big problem up there, but one of the other chickens might kill the baby if there was a baby. That's why you do a brooder box if you're going to let them have chicks. But unless you're planning to not clean out your chicken coop for whatever the gestation is, it's like a month and a half or something, you're fine. And you would need a rooster. Again, it takes two. It takes 2 components. It is not possible for a chicken to have a chick without a rooster. I'm not sure how legal it is for them to have chicks is the problem, law. I mean, the question would be whether it's legal to have the root. It depends on if you're going over your limit. They'll usually ignore it till they're full grown, but once they're full grown, most municipalities will bust you. But I don't know how much of a municipality you're in versus the country, because I understand that a lot of Canada is very rural, but a lot of Canada is very city because of the bedrock. I know this from video games and encyclopedias, but and geology. All right, let me sell things here. Everywhere the government wants us dead and enslaved to them. Okay. Well. Alright, we can sell. I want to sell. I'm kind of good with selling 99. Ah, come on. Where's my 99? But there we go. I'd help. 2,000. I need 4,000. Let's see. Cloaks. That's decent. Ropes. Maybe I just do another 25 of these. And then some ropes. No! No! I didn't want to give you all of them. I was like willing to give you 5. Thanks for the advice. Might be asking more about it in Discord in the near future, Lamont. Yeah, and honestly, I can point you directions that are good to look. I got no issue with that. I'm happy to help somebody figure that out. I really am. Maybe this? Yeah, that's good. 8. That'll help a lot. 3,729. That'll help a lot. Really debating with how expensive everything is. I will also say this. Think about your own body. The better quality of the food that you put into your body, the better quality of what's your body is going to do. And you can get super, super cheap feed, and you can get super expensive feed. If you do go down that road, I can tell you the ranges of feed and how to pick. I'll even voice call with you briefly if you want. I'm happy to. But yeah. So you want the balance is you want value, right? So I want to spoil my designer chicken and have it win shows, and it's uber amazing, but I don't care about the eggs. And then I feed it the cheapest slot possible. Why am I bothering to feed it at all? Stuff. And there's a good balance in the middle. Not to shout anything out, but I found non-GMO makes a big difference. Yeah, sure, best value for your needs, best physical workout, raising them. The non-GMO, I find, really makes a difference with the chickens for longevity. The foods that tend to be non-GMO tend to not have as much crap in them. However, that extra step to organic just makes you feel good. But I have not found it to make a genuine difference. The only reason I ever go up to that is because it's the only way to have non-GMO food, or because, and I have fed them GMO food in the past too, but I'm just talking, my egg productivity is definitely better always with the non-GMO. And they're healthier. They just don't get sick. And if it's just genuinely like a really whole grain based food and it happens to be organic, that is worth it for sure. But you have to have access to that nearby for a good price or it's not worth it. I made up my own feed for a while. It's really hard to get the balance right. And if you get something off slightly, it can be highly problematic. I would probably be confident enough to do it again, but I wouldn't even start until they were pullets. What I did as a compromise is I let them free range and get bugs and stuff around the property all day. And B, I did, so they kind of self-fed. And B, I went ahead and, I'm trying to think of it. I would clean the fridge every Sunday. And those things that are just not quite great for people, that a lot of people compost, I would feed to my chickens. They loved it. Just make sure you don't feed them something that's poisonous. And they will do things like eat toads. That can kill them. You don't know till they live or not whether it will. Um, but they're dumb. I could even tell you what breeds are awesome. But you got to make sure you pick good breeds for your area. All right, let's see. You're going to want cold hardy for sure. But you also need them to be good in the heat, I thought. So, yeah, come to think of it. Wow, that didn't do as much as I hoped. Alright, that helps. And cotton, let's give you 25 of those. That's not too bad. I need 200. I think I'll sacrifice 2 of these. And, yeah. You got me Googling chicken right now. I would say, from my understanding about the weather up there versus heat and everything, probably look into something like barred Plymouth Rocks are really good. I love Sussexes myself, speckled Sussexes, and since they come from England, they should be fine in the cold. They're probably one of my favorite birds. Also, light Brahmas are really great, but they're very big. Oh, 5 of these. I don't want to give him more, man. But I want the extra stuff. What if I gave him like 100 fish? Ugh. That's just not even noticeable. Oh, it hurts so bad. I hate the taxes. Oh, I love Wyandottes. Something that isn't allowed to scare my grandparents. Sussex maybe, Wyandotte. I love, I love Wyandottes. My issue with Wyandottes is the owls. I don't know if it's different there, but down here I had a beautiful silver laced Wyandotte who was a decent layer, fairly decent temperament, and I had an owl like 20 feet away and just swoop her away at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon one day. And she was probably good 7 pounds. She might have been 7.5. Um, yeah. So I would check with people locally to see if that's just like unique. I have found that the Florida owls will go for the birds that have those blacker feathers. So that is an issue here. I cannot do Australorps here. They're a nice bird, but again, the owls love them. The barred Plymouth Rocks have enough other speckles in there. They're fine. So are the speckled Sussexes. And I like they called Ancanas. They look like little tuxedos when they're little. They're so cute. The leghorns are built from them. I'd have to look up it's not Ancana. That seems wrong. But the leghorns are bred from them, but I find these are more reliable layers for me in Florida. But you're not in Florida. And I do think they're more of a Mediterranean heat bird, so that wouldn't be great for you. Reviews. But yeah. Just don't get one of those wussy little birds that has teeny tiny eggs that are no good. And you're in Canada. Honestly, a goose egg is almost equal to 3 chicken eggs. It depends on your environment. Here, the ones with black feathers stick out. I don't know why. But like, I always thought the really white ones would stick out, but they don't the same way. But that would be a good question on like a chicken forum select. I have no idea what that really is, but we'll figure it out. As I've never earned it. But other places they swear by, like in Australia, they swear by the black chickens. Australorp is literally like an Australian version of a Orpington, like a buff Orpington mixed with something else. So, I don't know what to tell you. I like the blue egg layers, but they tend to like the hotter weather. As long as the cats like them, I guess. Oh dear. Oh, that's dark. We'd always start with our day olds in the house for the first month. And we have some very cute pictures of the cats. But they were very intrigued by the little chicks. I'm not gonna lie, it can be expensive to get into, and they can live a long time. You're looking at minimum, if you do a decent job, 3 years. Mine lasted closer to 7 to over 10 years. There we go. Alright, where have I got that one? Is it up here where I thought I remembered? Yeah. Yep, that'll be a good placement. Anyway. Yeah, I don't want to feed cats chickens. What I always did, if I wanted them to free range, you can look up, and I can tell you there's a book you probably want. But there's some chickens are just really super tame, and they just are happy in a coop, and they don't ever really want to leave a coop. Some chickens are so wild, they'll go live in your trees, and you won't be able to get them into a coop. And most are kind of happy to go back and forth. But what you need to know about is temperament and predator awareness. And so I always like to have some that are really good temperament, that are really even, and some that are really predator aware as a mixture. And then I never got the ones that just want to be cooped up, literally. But I also would try to not get the ones that completely want to go wild. So I spent a year shopping my chickens before I got them. And I'll be honest, going to your local place, I don't know what you have up there, if it's Tractor Supply or whatever feed stores to get your chickens. Some are better about bringing in ones that are good locally than others. So you do want to have some awareness before they get you to take this cute little thing home. Well, I am hoping we can have at least a few that last a while because everything is so expensive, like ludicrous. Yes, but you also have to understand, it's a good 6 months before you get any eggs if you start with chicks. But sometimes you can go to a farm swap and pick up pullets, and they are about to lay, so it's much less of an investment, but they won't be as connected to you and follow you around. Like my chickens all knew commands like dogs, and knew when to come to eat, and knew when to go inside, and they knew their names. It made it a lot easier to take care of them because they knew when they were running away from me and they didn't want to go to bed, versus I'm trying to chase them into the coop because there's a predator. And if they were just running around, I'd just be like, fine, whatever, spend the night outside, I don't care. But if it was a predator, it could be the middle of the time of day when they do their stuff. If I gave the command, they went running. They knew. They get quiet. They get really still until I could chase them and be with them. My nonna knows a lady that has chickens. I'm sure there's a cycle you need to farm them on. I'm up all night anyways. It's filling up. Fine. Yeah, spring. We do them spring and fall here. All right, now I want to see the unhappiness today because we should be in decent shape. Where's my houses at? So I want to have... That should be 80, room for 80. Twice a year sounds a decent yield. Well, no, I'm just saying that's if you're going to get chicks, usually it's about twice a year that people do it. The other thing you'll have is they'll go broody. And so you want to avoid breeds that go broody a lot, because they will not lay for a full month every time they go broody, and that just means they want chicks. That can be bird specific. But the other thing is molting. While they are molting, they will not have eggs. How mature do the chicks need to be before they lay eggs? That's what I'm saying, like 6 months. Depending on breed, it can be up to 8 months. It's like, when does a human have puberty? It's variable within a range. But you're looking at about 6 to 8 months. And see, that's an investment. Especially if you pick breeds that don't live past 3 years. I don't know that you save money necessarily without knowing your situation. But if you do it and you commit to it, I mean, if your nonna knows about it, talk to her. And you're never leaving the house again. They can take the cold better than you think. YouTube chickens in the snow. To planning tonight. The raccoons I would be very worried about. Raccoons are crafty. I had a coop that we retired because it just didn't fit our chickens anymore, and I put my chickens in a different coop, and I just stuck that out in the middle of a field because I didn't know what else to do with it while I decided what to do with it. And I had raccoons go and break in the top and try to pull out the chickens. One of them got stuck in there and broke the egg box getting out. Because they knew what it looked like. There hadn't been chickens in it for 2 months. Raccoons are very clever. But yeah, I definitely have. I used to always like to get a variety. I don't regret that. Those pests are the worst. They're smart. They're so smart. Even the, like, I made sure that I had a lock that drilled into the ground, a lock that had to be done with hands at the handle area, and I would put cement blocks with one standing upright and one across it, so that if a raccoon messed with it, the cement blocks would fall in and scare it. And if it came back during the night, then they would have to make it through 2 more locks before they could make it in. That was sufficient. But like I said, I used a people building, which helps. But I think rocks would have the same effect as cement. I mean, the real thing is not something that you can really just readily dig through. How long does snow go? I wonder this every spring in this game. What the heck? My biggest thing would be snakes. Ever so often we'd have a chicken snake that would, and they're big, long, oh my gosh. Pine snake, they're also called a pine snake. They would come in and start eating all my chicken's eggs, and then they'd get really greedy and they would try to curl up underneath where the chickens would nest, so the chickens would be nesting there, and they're constrictors. So if they decide they didn't get enough from the eggs, there's always the risk that they would eat the chicken. So I relocated many of those, but I've also helped many of them into the afterlife. Like if they were willing to be relocated, cool. But if they kept coming back and harassing my chickens and eating all my eggs, they got to go to another dimension. They leveled up. All right. So it's cold enough to snow? I think that's snow. Yes. But it's not cold enough for the snow to stick. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, snakes don't like cold, so I don't know how big of an issue they... do you even have snakes in Canada? I mean, presumably some, I would think. I don't know. I do not pretend to know. I don't think so. Maybe in the forest there have never seen too many snakes aside from humans. Okay, well, okay. Alright, most of this layer's not coming undone. Alright. Alright, let's see too. Let's check on these guys. And we have enough wood and stone. So these will get finished. I just only have one person working on them all. We'll high priority you. And we'll high priority you. And we'll high priority. Alright. And I got more stuff I need to build in there, and I don't remember what it is. Woohoo! Oh. So I know you follow Tectone. Have you seen his announcements lately? It's so sweet. I watch here and there. That's new with him. Well, he moved to Rumble, which I don't do Rumble. But he had an announcement. He is getting married in July, and he's planning the wedding and the whole thing. So he's very happy. And he cannot wait to have kids. He has clearly decided it is time. He keeps talking about all his plans. It's pretty sweet. Alright, let's move you just a little bit over. Boop. Oh, pirates, I forgot about you guys. Ugh, I hate you guys. Really? 361. I need, is it, that's more by too much. Nope, you don't get that. Wait, what? $351, I need 30. It's a little weird, but what if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Bingo. Bloop. What's Pragmata did it? That game is adorable. Okay. I would love to blame Pragmata, but this was before Pragmata came out. But I don't think it's hurting. He got those googly eyes. He's like, I hope I have a cute little girl like that that comes to me and brings me a treasured drawing. Yeah. It's definitely adding to the, I think it's sweet. Anyway, if you go check out his channel, he's had on Tectone 2. He announced it, and then he announced it on Tectone 1. I think he did it a little cuter on Tectone 2. But, It's a dad simulator. I want to play it so bad. I want kids too. Lucky I'm ever. My son's talked about playing it too. He's got some money he got from his birthday, and he's thinking of blowing it all on that game. I said, if you want to play it, your money. Yeah, we'll keep it cheap. That is so cute. Get it for him. He'll have to get it himself. He's 24. Your birthday's soon if you didn't already have it. No, your birthday... You had your birthday already. You had to. Did I say happy birthday? Well, happy birthday belated. Sorry if I didn't. The month has been a blur. I think I finally got rid of the last of those stupid kidney stones. I'm starting to feel human again. Yeah, but still. If he wants it, he'll get it. He doesn't need my permission. Do you go ask your mommy if you can go get a video game core? No. Maybe, I don't know. Thanks, I agree. I forgot about it too. There's a lot of Steam sales. No. I mean, should I go, Nona, your dear little Gore, he needs a video game. You must give him $50. I don't speak with her, Lamau. Oh dear, I asked Nona yet. No way. No. Oh man, no. Independence. She my last opinion before decision law. She helps you decide when it's worth it, huh? She's your risk rewards evaluator. I love my mom, but I don't talk to her much. It hurts her feelings. I'm a horrible daughter. She's one of those people that, as she's gotten older, she can't have a conversation for less than 2 hours. And if you talk to her 3 times in one day, each conversation will be longer. I do my best. My brother and I have a deal. She won't make him talk as long, so he talks to her more and I talk to our dad more. That way we're good children. That's how my Nana is, on and then gets tired. Well, I mean, when she was younger, I could say, I really got to go cook dinner, or I need to mow the lawn, or I have to go to work, or I'm working right now, you're going to get me fired. But we've crossed some kind of invisible line where none of those things processes anymore. And if I just hang up, then, like, we have broken feelings for months. So I just have to very carefully pick when I do those conversations. Because I don't want to hurt her feelings. That's how my Nona is, on and they get tired. It's his idea for the chickens, really. Oh. I'll tell you what the best thing about a chicken coop is. I'll tell you my big secret online, forevermore, in the public. I'll out myself. Maybe the best place in the world I've ever found to have prayers is my chicken coop. You might want to make sure you can stand up nicely in there because you might find yourself praying in there. You might not. Might not be your jam. But I know a lot of people with chickens that end up feeling that way. I don't know why. Something about their little noises and their fluttering and their little... I don't know. It's just very centering and peaceful. Easy to focus. I'm a weirdo, I know. All right, let's see here. I don't want the hoppers and stuff, but what if I did that? What, I think that goes here. Two planks and a cut stone. All right. We should be, I think 10 degrees is warmer. It doesn't look snowy, but it's still got the fires going, so I guess it's still cold. I probably need another cafe. Alright. Tax collector. No, 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 no. I haven't had smugglers to sell to. No. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Crap. Oh, no, 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 no. Uh-oh, all my cotton gone. We're not even pretending. Oh, let's get rid of 20 of you. I hate it, but maybe. And the coal. Oh, definitely. The coal. All right. All right. It hurts so bad. Making me take supplies. I always take the minimum. Oh no, we will be re-rolling. How many re-rolls? 25? That's gonna be the best it's gonna offer me though. pretty crappy, everything else, but whatever. It's his idea for the chicken drill. I already read that. Alright. Let me see something really quick. I misspelled that. I'm not finding the one I want. Not the word story in it. I think it was like EY. Let's see. Alright. Come on, guys. Get happy. Get happy. Oh, it's horrible. Alright. I'll put a good book about chicken breeds in the Discord, along with the site that I found the most informative. There's a lot of them with way better reputations, but if you just want to look at like socialness and everything else, especially if you only have a small flock. And this is the other thing to remember. They like company. You can't get one. You really do need like 3 to 4. Come on, guys. Why are you like shouting at me? I know there's no research going on. Kind of need that. I really need that. There's so many things I need. I definitely need a tailor. But I need more mouses. We're still not catching up on fuel. Why are we still going through so much fuel? Alright, let's see. Are we broken through yet? just break through those last two. Yes. All right. That ought to increase productivity there. It is weird that they're not going for any of those, really. I need to go see why. We have an accessibility issue, maybe? They should be gone by now. What the heck? Yes! Alright, they can't get there. What if we got creative? No, I can't. Where are they shopping? Okay, so I can go there. Alright, let's see. We can get a log. This is so dumb. We're gonna have to go with like this. I just don't want to waste it that way. Where are you guys even shopping for forage? Bet my warehouses are almost full too. Alright. I see. You're going down. all this. That's not the end of the world. Just got off the phone with my Nona. We may or may not be getting chickens. I might have convinced her. Oh my gosh. They're a lot of work. But then so are fish ponds. Sometimes it's a matter of what you want to work on. I'll tell you what I love the most about chickens. I never have leftovers because well, not leftovers, but I mean, if I have, like I said, once a week, I'd go in and I'd go, what's a bit, what's on the ready on its way out? And I would feed it to the chickens, and then that would turn into eggs. And I always felt like I never wasted anything because I never wasted anything. I so desperately need more whisker. Oh my gosh. Only $10 to apply for a permit, and I think we can have 6 per property where they live. Where they live. I hope you're going to be there at least twice a day. And you never plan to travel together ever again, because there's got to be someone to watch the chickens. There's things you can do, though. I had mine on these really cool feeders that I could put a whole 50-pound bag in, or most of a 50-pound bag in. And so it was the storage, and it would only come out. It sticks a lot. They mostly always home. It depends on the flock and how big they are. It's like saying, I mean, they're creatures that require care, just like a cat or a dog or a fish. Anyway, it took over 5 years, but eventually the rats found it, and then they ate through the bottom, and I could never use that kind of feeder again. But I used to mix in a little bit of diatomaceous earth and alternate that with a little bit of baking soda, and that wasn't something that would hurt the chickens, but it kept the rats out for years and years and years. And the chickens will eat rats too. Depending on how docile they are, I'd assume they're as maintenance heavy as the cats. Haha. I always made sure I addressed them and dealt with them at least twice a day. I mean, I don't know. That's personal. So probably watch some videos of people who actually have chickens. There's a million bloggers out there. Problem is, you know, they're trying to make it for content, so that's an issue. Like I said, I'm happy to answer questions. Guess I'm never gonna have wood again? Oh dear, how come you're... Like, you've got trees right here. Where are you, little wood people? How about... Oh, I see. You're having trouble getting there. There. Boom. You can get there. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Sherrybot. Good bot. I just feel like I get poorer and poorer. Come on, guys. Be happy. Be happy. I need more whiskers. I need you guys to be happy so I can get more. This is not difficult. Nope. They refuse to be happy. I need them to have like a big burst of happiness, and it's just not happening. Like, I'm making them all these nice houses. That's pathetic. Like, upgrade. I mean, those should be nicer houses. I don't want to do more yet. But that's room for 80 mice to live in there in comfort. Hey, smuggler. Kind of thinking 50. I don't want to go 4. Yeah, maybe. I'm still a full 5. Alright, that's a full 5. That'll help. The mice have not cooperated. I'm gonna probably finish up soon. I'm just getting frustrated. I'm trying so hard. Yes, you're probably tax people. Blah, blah. It's just... Okay. Now you... so that you're like with your friends. That'd be good. Alright, and then how much do I have over here with trinkets? Only 30. That's not worth losing. Let's abolish you briefly. Alright. The mice are not being cooperative. I'll put a book and a website in chat for you. Yep. Whiskers, we need you. Bye. Oh, well. Alright, now I can come over here and do some fixing. So let's try it this way. We're not going to keep it this way. We're actually going to do something better. But in the meantime, I guess I could keep it that way. And then we'll do... It's so not efficient. But now my little foragers can actually forage. And I'll get these wood cutters moved over too. What's the matter? Are you waiting on... So many more than I have. Alright, and then I'm gonna give them a nice little cafe inside. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Let's see. Services or food? I think it's food. Nope, services. Cafe. It's too tall. And I want to take a warehouse. Stick it there. And that should be nice. If the pirates keep attacking and dudes keep dying, how's the game wanting you to progress? I have no idea. I was fine until there was like a plague. It's annoying. I've even overpaid on the taxes over and over. I'm almost done with this world. Basically, here's what I did. I went underneath and I created a highway system. So we have here, here, and here. So that they can go through the mountain to speed them up. And then I tried on the outside of the mountain to give them stairs, and they always pick the least optimal pathway possible, which they were picking really good pathways until like the last 2 streets. So I'm a little confused by that. Yeah, you're lost, I know. shouldn't be. Should be able to reach home. Why can't you reach home from there? You think the way you did it would make it easier? I thought so. I did a lot of work to do that. Not enough resources. Oh. I don't know. I was trying to... Here, what if we do it here? See if they figure it out. I don't know. Alright, so now I need to come on here. Alright, where's my... Here. And then for research... I need this, and I need this for winter. Because this is so much more efficient. What do I have to do to get a cotton gin? Is that in the next round? Yep. I have to be able to make fabric. I'm not sure I can make fabric yet. Let's start that. Alright, come on. Tax collector. Yay! Silk glove. Pardon me. Yeah. Wow. Oh, because it's 8. We should legally in the green to do some chicken farming as far as I'm reading. Expensive. Got to go 8 anyway. Whatever. These silly cats make sure they do everything in their power to make me poor. Alright, come on. Whisker ship. Can I get anybody? I need somebody. Please, please. A Swift Apprentice is good, and they're so good I can't get them. Honestly, this is probably the best I'm gonna get. We accept you. We are so grateful to have somebody new. Alright. Now, do I have the ability yet to dedicate one? Oh, showers are a good one. Oh. Honestly, I'm gonna go fuel. I'm not in a place where I'm making good fuel yet. Alright, change recipe. Can I change to fabric? There you go. Missing inputs. Thread. Alright, where am I getting you thread? I'm still missing input. Where do I make my thread from? I've got a guy that makes rope. Oh, I might need more scissors soon. Okay, that'll work. And then I gotta come in here and change you to fabric. So that when I start having the ability to make tailored cloaks, I can. Boop. All right. Now I have 2 builders. Where am I on those things, though? Scissors, 154. Wooden vices, I'm gonna need more soon. Nets. Where's my nets at? I'm out of nets. So that's affecting my fishing. Alright, let's bring somebody in. Alright, lost a builder. I'll give you another tip. You don't want to do it every day, even every week, but anytime chickens look like they're not completely happy, you're going to want to give them some real sour cream or real yogurt. They'll gobble it, and it's super good for their digestive systems, which is extremely connected to their, because their digestive system is basically a tube. That's very connected to their immunity. That helps a lot. Who's lost and why? Oh. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to want a higher priority you, actually. And lower priority you. Alright, what have we not built yet? Alrighty. Alright, since we can get 5 mice at a time bathing. Technically 10 mice can. Alright, how far are you? 8%? Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I need more berries. Nobody should be hungry. Oh, it's not done yet. I don't want to do more than that right now. Alright, no matter how you look at it, you are ready to move. Just a little bit. Yeah, we'll want to turn you into a different thing soon. I'm gonna run out of stinking. No cut stone. Why are you still going out here? Oh my gosh. It's okay. I guess it's okay. Alright. See, like, I could give them more roads. I want to. They just get confused. Alright, where are you at? We've finished all these houses. So I have houses for quite literally $80 mice. But I have 49 mice. And yet, I have mice living out here. And these crappy stone shelters. I mean, there is no upgrade for them. Alright, fuel's catching up. I'm going to kick you out. But let you keep going. I'm okay on scissors, but I think I'm low on wooden vices or out. Let's see. Vices. I've got 15. I'm okay on wooden vices. Nets, I'm catching up again. Alright. Do we have another educated? No. Let's just speed them up. Who's lost? We get lost every day coming back from the foraging. Let's see the problem. Alright, so the stupid one is helping. Should only have the one forage. And only one of them is getting confused. Dash is just really dumb. What can I say? Smuggler. Actually, how much have I got? Gold bullion, none. Okay, thank you. Fuel's not great. I'll give you 5 ropes. I give you all of it. We'll do that. Fine. Alright, and then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna sit one of my miners. You guys. Do you have an educated miner? I probably should have made sure there was no resources in that thing when I did that. How many miners have I got right now? 1, 2, 3. You've got 2 mice in yours. You've got 2 in yours. You've got 1. Let's be smarter this time. Deliver now. I'm gonna come over here to our Stonecutter is full there. Is the stonecutter full here? Ooh. Oh, I want you. Can I get the diligent too? Well, that's a good one. Alright, we got your stonecutter going full time too. Alright, I need... Alright, let's really quickly take care of this. Yeah, only one. Dash. Okay, let's just go over here like this. This might be easier. Seems absolutely ridiculous. Get somebody working in there. I'm gonna have to get some logistics hubs people going soon. Alright. Finally. Woohoo! We'll take it. The extra taxes are just so worth it, honestly. Research takes so long, and while I was rolling for better schematics, honestly, it seems to pretty methodically fill you in regardless. I've even earned things I don't have a way to... Yeah. No student. Right. Hey, you.
What?
You know, we can just have a word. Oh.
Can I confirm for that?
Yeah, as much as you want. That's what I said. I haven't told you where to get more. Like, I left some in the oven to stay warm, remember?
Yeah, it's just
Have as much as you want. Till it's gone. I want my boy full. Love you. Alright, other things I'm building. How are we doing? That bath is done, pardon me. I think everything I would be building is built. Alright, so one forager's going to get lost. Pretty guaranteed. There we go. Yes! Yes! Alright, how am I doing on flax? Like, terrible, right? Reproducing fish at a high enough percentage. Definitely not berries. Is that helping? Guys, you can do better. Good stuff. Hi girl, how you doing? I'm fine. Happy birthday. Thank you. It's not my birthday. How are you doing? You said you're fine. I'm gonna be finishing up soon here. Mm, 5 workers again. I hate that if I look in right as they're finishing, they get confused. Still love your Lloyd wings. I love my wings. I love them. I love them. I love them. They're so happy. Oh, I fell out of my... There we go. I guess I'm... Somehow it's refigured where I am. I don't know what to do about that. Well, it is what it is. Oh, well. Were they attached again? On my spine, a little... I can turn around and show you. Hold on. I keep thinking neck, not neck. It's right below. It goes... Like, basically, if you took my shoulders and you went back straight onto my spine, there. Or just slightly above, basically. So, if, where the arms come out, except... Yeah. I keep showing you with my arms in real life. And that, yeah. There, see they're stretched out more there? Ah. Pirates, we don't like you. Ugh, you're such pains in the butt. I'll just give you 3. I don't even care anymore. I'm so over it. I'll do math later. I don't feel like it right now. I'm so close to actually getting whiskers. Come on, supplier. Numbers, yeah. I normally math it, but this game's going so poorly already. Not great, but I can get all of them. But I don't want them all. Let's reroll. Strong shoulders, warm core is awesome. Inquisitive is good. Rebellious is not. Loner is not. Greedy is not. Oh, but that's a good one. Right there. One good one. That's a no. That's a no. But healthy. I can do the rest. Healthy's strong and slow. That one's extra fast and not as good on the machinery. We accept all of you. I have no gold bullion. You like those Doritos, huh? You know, I think I'll wait. They should all have houses. Where are we at? Alright, let's go educated. Hydrate. Why, thank you for the hydrate, Tomas. Okay, that's going better now. Oh. All right, now I really need to start growing other things, but I'm just so desperate to get this done. 80%. Because my logistics guys can't fill up more until... Out of all the models in your family, I think yours is the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have had a lot of help. Yeah, I can't do the showers yet, but I could. You know what? Let's just do showers. Why not? I left a space for them. I've got the supplies. Let's do it. Oh, I need steam for it though, I think. Yeah, hold on. Where do I have to attach it? Yeah. No, that'll work. That'll work. I've got to... This is the tricky little part. I have to take this. Make sure I, like, connect it to the right spot when I can't see where it is. Oh, I can't see it till it's built. Okay. Alright, smugglers, what do you want? You want all my stone? Yeah, that'll help. So I do want to build. Yeah, tax collector. We shall take care of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then cotton. Let's give you 25. And and then give me whiskers. Give me whiskers. I want whiskers. Come on, I need whiskers, please. Thank you. Diligent is good. Strong shoulders is good. Nothing else here that's that great. I don't like compassionate, but one compassionate... You're kind of slow, too. But an apprentice optimist and a strong shoulders? Yeah, that's good, that's good. Let's get rid of nosy. I can handle one compassionate. The my pace that's weak. That one I'm a little... It's a compassionate and a my pace. Yeah, we gotta get rid of both of you. But everything else is pretty decent. Probably because you're the runt in terms of streaming. Well, I guess. I mean, Oh, good. Select and select. Finally, so good. Close. Alright, that helps a lot. That helps so much. I think part of it too is I had a very strong idea. Did it just immediately go in? Did I do that so perfect and right? I didn't even need extra. That is so awesome. Like, what are you doing? Are you fighting or happy? Oh, right. I realized yesterday Charmander is charcoal and salamander. Very cool. Alright, we've got so many more now. Ah, oh, 93. That's good. That's good. I want to start working on those. Alright, they're all through. So let's see. Okay, I can finally start doing things again. Oh, yay, 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 yay. Oh, alright, we definitely want to start fishing at full capacity again. That's not even a question. Where do my nets at? 12. That's okay. I think because I've been doing video games for so long, I had a far stronger thought process in mind for what I wanted my online identity to be like. No, little Suna. No? You want me to have licorice jelly beans? Oh, oh, you just saw my wings again. Look, look. Flap, flap, flap. You like that? No? You want to squish them? Okay, well, just give me a second before you squish them, please. Yes, I need you to give me a second. Soon you're gonna kick her to the curb. 98%. Come on. Come on. Everything's in there. Yes. Alright. Alright, let's get you guys working on Taylor. Not even an if. Alright, and let's start replacing. So, you. New heating stove. I need to see it. Alright, and then does that go in the right spot? Alright, and then we're gonna have one here. Disable. No, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna have to hope I don't lose all my... Actually, I think cancel. Right, and then we'll go in. Alright, and then we have one up here. And then this one. Wait, where was it? Is it here? That should get that, which means we can come over here now. It should be showing you the range. Alright. Yes. We could start using other buffs now. Alright, and then we need one here. Unload. This was really hard. Can they walk over the grave of their friends? I'm not sure. Let's cancel you. I think that's the bulk of those. And then if I go underground, I have to have them in certain locations. That one is essential. Whoa. Alright, that would work. And then that makes this one totally useless. Oh gosh, we still have, you guys need to move. Okay. Oh, I missed one. Alright, and then hopefully they can all be filled up before. Alright. A swift and strong shoulders is good. A warm core is good. Greedy, not great. Loner, not great. Nosy and weak, not great. But you know what? We'll take. Because that's a really good one. And that's a pretty decent one, too. That's a really good one. Except Aura. Alright. Hi, Kenny. You don't have to have them in certain locations. I don't. I disagree. How are you today, Kitty? I was about to quit, but I'll give you a minute. While I figure out if I got these everywhere I wanted. probably need another fish smoker person too. Afternoon. Good night, Tomas. Good afternoon. I think we're pretty good here. So, oh dear, I'm building Thoughts of Rebellion. Great. I didn't have enough going on. Now I think I finally have enough to get some more farms going, but I have to have the heat set up in those places too. So I want to get the heat set up in all these places first. All right, can we get, yeah, 20 seconds away. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope everybody has had or is about to have a really good day / night. There you go. Yeah, I'm about to sleep. I'm letting this save, because sometimes I mix it up when it's trying to save the night. It gets confused. Come on. End of day. Alright, until it gets cold, I won't know. Perfect. I'll take it. Alright. Save. And quit. Suda kick the peasants. Oh my goodness. I am gonna fix this really quick. I don't know why I felt like it readjusted me. It's really weird. Ta-da! It also made me a little bigger. Cool. There we go. All right. I hope everybody has had a good time. I hit that every single time, every single stream. I cannot do this without doing it. Yeah. I am going to go turn into a pumpkin and fall asleep. I hope everybody has a good time. I'll see you tomorrow, and moo. How come you say moo with a piggy? Maybe it's a cow. It just looks like a piggy there. All right, well, Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye.